Hello and welcome to the first part of this series of tutorials, which will hopefully build up an entire web application, mostly focusing around the back-end side. Although if there's anyone out there who's a front-end expert and wants to help out with this tutorial, I'd be more than happy to have the help. It's all open source. What you can see on screen at the moment is me just building the basic structure for our solution. So just using .NET New to build using SLN to build the solution template. It will just be an empty solution for now. Keep things nice and clean. Making a folder for all our source. Making a folder for the library that will be the first service that we're going to build. Then I'm going to use .NET New to create a library type. This doesn't need to be executable, this one. And we're probably going to use it with a couple of different types of hosts. I don't know if we actually would use that in production necessarily, but it demonstrates a good point of keeping like your logic inside libraries and using only the hosts for host specific things. We're going to target net standard 1.6 because we're going to try and use all the new bells and whistles when 2.0 actually comes out, which shouldn't be too far away. We'll probably go through the process of upgrading this project to that as well. I think that will make a good tutorial. So now we're going to make a folder for the Windows service. We'll use .NET New and then we'll use console for this because we want to produce an executable application. And the framework we're going to target is .NET Core App 1.1. And then we are going to make the same thing, but this time with just host on the end. And this will just be a straight console application, not a Windows service. So that's pretty much it from setting up the file structure. Now, just to take you through it quickly, in case you didn't see the intro, this is going to be a service where we can store information about our code repos. Hopefully we'll get to the point of ingesting code analysis files, build results, things like that, and be able to sort of display information about it. So we'll open up Visual Studio now. We'll open up our new solution file. It should be completely empty. Now, solution files haven't gone through the same sort of upgrade that the CSproj files have. CSproj files now, by default, will contain all the CS files in the folder, all the various compilable files in the folder, and then you exclude files that you don't want, which is the more common scenario, is to have every file in the folder included and exclude a couple or none at all. Solution files, however, haven't gotten through the same sort of process. So A, they're still full of a lot of goods, but B, they don't just include the folders that are inside the file structure and say that, you know, that's a solution folder as well. A solution folder is still a logical thing as opposed to a physical thing on the disk, and same with the projects that are included in the solution. So we're going to go ahead and set up a similar sort of structure that mimics what's on the disk by just adding a solution folder that's called src for the source. Now we'll import the 3 projects we just made. And finally what we'll do is we will add a dependency between our hosts and those 3 projects. We'll delete the CS1 class file, which comes with every template, always has. There are ways to remove that. We can go through that later. What we might actually do is make a template for a service with a host later on. We can take a look at that, time permitting, as are all these things. So that's pretty much our layout done. Thank you for watching this part. In the next part, we'll actually write a web API service, and then we'll move on finally to a Windows service in this series, and that will give us a good foundation for moving on from there. Thanks for watching the first part. We'll see you back shortly.